We are live. Welcome everyone for joining. We're excited to have you tuned in. Welcome to the Coinbase Developer Platform Workshop Series. Today we have Esteban here as well as Oz. You might have seen the both of them in Discord helping out with a few questions. Today we're going to go through a working session and discover how you can build an on-chain app in 20 minutes with OnchainKit. I'm your host, Ellie, leading all community operations for the CDP. Without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Esteban.
Awesome. Thank you, Ellie. Hey, everyone. My name is Esteban. I'm a technical services engineer here at Coinbase. I see a lot of familiar faces in the chat. Would love a quick intro, see where you guys are dialing in from. Um, I'm dialing in from Miami. Super rainy over here, but still, we're going to have a ton of fun today. And I'm here with Oz. Oz, if you could hear us, can you give a quick intro and then we could go ahead and get started?
Yeah, what's up, guys? Yeah, I'm also on the developer support team. I worked on the commerce product for a few years, and yeah, just super excited to help with the workshop. We'll, be doing some vibe coding. Esteban's going to be um, driving, and yeah, it should be a really fun workshop.
Sweet. Yeah, so Oz just gave a quick preview of what we're going to do, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I hope you guys are patient with me because I'm on one screen. Can you guys see that? Is that I can't see the chat, so I'm gonna go back.
We see Discord.
What about now?
Still Discord.
Here, hold on. Is that better?
Yeah, still seeing.
Hold on. But here, there we go.
No.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Yeah, I'm like, I didn't see any of this before. Oh, there we go. Share my entire screen. All right. Is that better? Or is still just Discord? Cool. All right. So we'll go ahead and get started. Sorry about those technical difficulties. So Oz kind of gave you guys a quick preview. We're going to build a quick on-chain app in 20 minutes, right? That sounds kind of general, but we kind of wanted to make this a little fun. We didn't want to make it just like us talking to you and then there's no interaction. So we're gonna make it a little fun. And Austin and I thought it would be fun for both of us and for you guys in the crowd to interact and try a vibe coding session, right? Um, so what does that mean and what does that look like here, right? So one, feel free to leverage the chat. We're also open to anybody coming on stage if you really just want to hang out with us and talk this through what we're going to build. Uh, so the idea right now is to vibe code an app that is using OnchainKit, and then we're going to build something with it in the 3GS library. So if you guys have heard of 3JS, it was pretty big on Twitter. I think a couple of weeks ago. There's somebody called Peter Levels that made like this airplane game, very profitable, super cool. So we thought it would be cool to build some sort of on-chain, maybe plane game or like any other kind of game, right? But like I said, we just wanted to make it as interactive as possible. So we'll go wherever you guys guide us. Again, someone could come on stage, and you guys could just let us know where you want to go from here, right? So, any questions so far? Are we good to go? I'll check the chat really fast, and I apologize because I'm on one screen. All right, no questions. I'm assuming you guys are ready to go. So let's go ahead and do this. All right. So how are we getting started, right? So I kind of did a quick setup, nothing too complicated. Essentially, I went to the base stocks. This is OnchainKit. If you guys aren't familiar with it, this is probably like the fastest way. It's like an SDK to get just everything on everything that you need on chain working, right? Here it says anyone can build in 15 minutes. We're going for 20 because we're trying to add this game, right? Probably just take a bit longer because we're just chatting through it. But the first thing you want to do here, it's pretty straightforward. It's right there in the getting started docs. npm create on-chain at latest, right? You kind of just copy this in whatever directory you want this app to go into, and the whole thing will run you through it, right? So I did that a little earlier, and already went through that process and set that up, right? So this is what it looks like now. Comes with all this code, and all you have to do after you do a quick npm install is an npm run dev, and that's loading. And then once that loads up, we open up the app, and this is exactly what we're seeing. So this showing that this is all it was showing on the base stocks. And that means we're ready to develop and kind of customize it however we want to, right? So here we go. You see it here in dark mode. And that's exactly what we have here, just with light mode. And it's already connected my wallet as well there. So these things all come pre-built in OnchainKit. All you have to do is run that command, right? So in terms of next steps, this is what we want to add, right? 3JS, think of it like a simple 3D library in JavaScript that you can add. Just going to their website, this is all open source too. So going to the website, they have a ton of examples of games or different apps that have been built on top of this library, right? Or that were leveraged. So we could click on one of these and just kind of see what the graphics look like. So let me see if I see anything interesting. Let me refresh. This piano one looks cool. So this is built for so these graphics are all built on this 3JS library. So it's kind of cool because you could build kind of like block clicking games. You could build like something as sophisticated as this game. Let's check out another one just for fun. Let's see. These dancing fruits don't look too cool. I'll keep scrolling. These cars look cool. So it seems like a racing game, but you guys get the gist of it, right? We could just kind of leverage this library and go ahead and take advantage of it, right? There's even some cool things here like GPT. I think here you could chat with it. They have their own GPT, so you can mess around with that as well and just ask it questions, right? So let's go ahead and get started. Let me check again. I'm working on one screen today, so let me check the chat. And also feel free to let me know if anybody in the chat says anything or Ellie.
Yeah,
But
for sure. No, we're looking good.
awesome. All right, so here I have my app. Now we're gonna get started, right? So any preferences here in the chat, like what kind of game you want to build? I mean, we saw some of the examples. I'm thinking maybe something like a simple, like plain game where it's kind of like the Chrome dinosaur. You guys know, like when you're offline, it kind of generates points as you go. Curious to hear in the chat what you guys think or what direction we should head down in. Awesome. Opening your feedback as well. Again, just making this as interactive as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think any type of like endless runner, like whether it be like Flappy Bird style or like, I don't know if you guys played like Rainbow Unicorn Blast on like Facebook back in the day or like arcade games like that. But yeah, I think any type of infinite runner with like some basic like movement either up and down or left and right, where maybe we have to like dodge something or like, I don't know, something like that. And it could be like pay per use. Um, yeah.
So what do you think? Maybe something like I was thinking maybe a
Stefano,
race game, or
Stefano
what do
gave
you think?
Chrome, Stefano's like Chrome Dinosaur clone. Maybe we should just go with that.
Yeah, we could do that. We could maybe just incorporate the 3JS library, right? So again, I'm not the best vibe coder. I'm still getting the hang of it, right? I usually like doing my things manually, but I'm gonna go ahead. We don't have a cursor rules file, so we're just kind of working on it on the fly. Let's go ahead and build that game, right? So what was it, Oz, that we wanted to build?
Um, like a 3JS Chrome Dinosaur clone. Could be a playing game, whatever. Shout out Stefano.
Yeah, let's do this dinosaur clone. But I want the graphics to be cool. Let's see. Uh,
Yeah.
incorporate the 3JS graphics. Refer to the docs. Let's go ahead and try that. And then, but we also want to incorporate this the on-chain stuff, right? So, Os, what do you think? Do you think it's a good idea to just leverage the wallet connection? Do we want to have a specific amount of like USDC before they play? Like, what do you think is a good direction to head down? Or anyone in
Um,
the chat?
I mean, maybe we could give Cursor a bit more context that we've like already created like an OnchainKit project. And that we're like using the app router and that we already have like a dev server running. I usually just try to like start my projects with a little bit more context so that it doesn't get confused. I mean, Cursor will grab the code base and everything, but sometimes it'll overlook like pretty obvious things.
All right, perfect. So you're saying something like we already have OnchainKit installed. Maybe I can link the docs.
Exactly, yeah.
Kind of go there. Linking the docs, by the way, guys, has been like the best way to get like better results, in my opinion, and not just like some loose like, hey, build me a $3 million SaaS app, right? It's just being very specific kind of helps, right, with your prompts. And again, we're not the best um, prompt engineers either, right? We're just builders trying to show you guys how we do things and how quickly you can develop. All right.
And one
So
thing
what?
you can do too is
Yeah, go ahead.
you can also add like on the @ sign below new chat, you can also add context to some of your files, like your page.tsx file or providers file. Anything to do with like styling, for instance, could be included as well. So then when you add context to the chat, Cursor will just understand um, the baseline better for where we're at and where we're going. Yeah, so
Yeah,
just like
that's a good
yeah.
point. And I was gonna say for this app, maybe we could keep it simple. Just keep the styling of OnchainKit and see if we can incorporate the 3JS game in there. But for now, let's keep the wallet connection feature and require users to connect their wallet to play. How does this look, Us? Is this a good start, or is it not specific enough? Let me check the chat just because I'm curious.
I would add the providers file. Sometimes I've noticed Cursor will like get confused and think it needs to install like a rainbow package or something like that. Maybe even like at the package.json file so it knows like which packages are already installed. But I think that's good enough for like the first prompt and um, yeah, I think this is a good starting point.
All right, let's go ahead. Let me check the chat one more time. Chrome Dinosaur clone. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Using the microphone. Oh man, yeah, I have Whisper on my personal computer, but I don't have it on my work machine. It makes a huge difference as a door. I promise. Like even optimize. I didn't know it did this, but it actually you could set it up in a way that you say something and it optimizes the prompt like what you're saying, and then it puts it into Cursor, which is awesome. Highly recommend checking out. It's called Super Whisper. Don't have it on this machine, but have it on my personal one. Can't say enough great things about it. Definitely highly recommend it. But let's go back to our prompt and let's hit enter. Let's see, we're using Cloud Force on it. Let's just stay with that. Let's see what it does. We're on agent mode right now. Again, we're vibe coding, so we'll see how far this gets. Let's see how good of a job it does with this game. And right now it's loading. Let's see. And I know Claude 4 is fairly new here. I don't know if anybody has had an experience with it. We could certainly try another one. We could go for O3, although I haven't seen any good things about O3. Uh, but it seems like 4 is the most solid. Let me know in the chat if that's something we should change. Okay.
I also like Claude, and sometimes when they add a new model, they'll actually have like some type of like multiplier involved. So like I know when they first launched Claude Force Sonnet, like I think it was 0.5x requests. So like you could basically have two requests count as one. When they first launched that, I think they were making Claude 3.7 count as two times requests for one request. So they're constantly changing like their model for how the requests work. But for now, it's a little bit more efficient.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm running into this weird error where I've already installed this before. Let's see. Able to resolve dependency. All right. I will manually take. Let's like again
There's
in the
in the there's
yeah
a
in the honor. Oh, go ahead.
yeah. Oh,
In the
there's
honor
just
of
a
vibe coding,
I don't know if that's part of
we're
it.
just gonna go ahead and add it. Let's see. Fix these errors for me. I usually like looking at them, but that's gonna take too long. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, if I say fix these errors now, I feel really guilty. All right, let's see. React 3 Fiber, okay. It's using React 18. Maybe that's coming off the package for OnchainKit. Let's try to run it here. I've been having this weird thing where it doesn't find NPM when I do it here, but it finds it down here. So let's go ahead and just do that. I already know for a fact I have NPM. See if that works. All right, cool. I'm getting way better success with this. Let's add this to the chat. Just installed these. What's next? And while that's loading, I'm going to check the chat one more time. Add Sonnet 4 while. Sonnet 4. All right. Fair. Fair it is. I'll stick with Sonnet 4. If I feel like messing with you guys, I'm gonna go back to what was the latest one? It was they're not even here. The 3.5. They got rid of it. That's new. We'll go back to GPT 3.5, and we'll really be frustrated. All right, so it seems like we installed this library, 3JS, React 3. All right, what's it doing here? We're making some components. Dinosaur game. I know this has gotten better with Sonnet 4, but in the past I've seen like Cursor just kind of go crazy and make random components that don't do anything. Is that something? And again, just in the chat, curious to see what you guys are doing. Like, is that something you guys specify in the Cursor rules, Or do you think just with Sonnet 4, it's just good enough to kind of avoid that issue? I remember I was running into that with 3.5 and 3.7, but I don't know if you guys are still running into that. This seems a little more solid. Okay, it's making the ground component. While that's loading, while the agent keeps cooking there, let's go back to the chat. Let me make sure. All right, I know 3.7 works, but does it work better than 4 now? Especially given now that you're given the option. Great job, man. You're missing out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a little old school, but for the sake of this vibe code session, we're gonna go ahead and just leave it all up to our prompt engineering skill. So that we thought it would make it a little more fun. All right, 4 is definitely more solid. I agree. Although, didn't Gemini release a new one? Let's see. No, it's still in the pro. All right, it's still going. It's making a ton of agent mode is always super scary. Let's see. It's getting rid of a lot of the things he came. Okay. All right, guys. Let's test this out. What do you think, Oz? Is this gonna look good?
Um, yeah, my
All right, let's see what this is giving us. You guys can still see my screen, right? All right, cool. All right, it's taking a bit. Oh man. If this works on the first try, this will be very interesting. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. All right, that's okay. Let's see. Who's in the fine? All right, let's run it back, guys. Please. Ellie, it's because I didn't say please. I think please. All right. Again, guys, purely vibe coding here. Let us know what anything I should add in the prompt. Let's see. Let's come
You
up
know,
with that.
Cursor used to have this feature where I think it was just built in. Like you could ask it to run your development server for you in chat. And so when you were to go onto like if you were to look at your project locally, it would pull the logs automatically and it could like in agent mode autonomously fix the errors without even having to like let it know what the error is since it had the context. But I think they made a change where now it just pops out the terminal and it won't um interact with the logs automatically.
Hmm. I wonder where was that here on the right side, Oz?
Yeah, like it would just run it would like run the server in chat and then if like there were any issues, it could like autonomously fix it without having to even prompt it to.
Oh, that's cool. Was that on a specific model or it just kind of worked on a
Um
cursor?
I mean it worked on 3.5 and 3.7 for me. Um but it could just be a change to cursor and it's not like a model thing.
All right, deal. I'm gonna copy it exactly how you're saying it, Batman. Let's see. Should I let it? Maybe I should let it finish first. Please fix this. I'll have it ready just in case. All right. See, I haven't been looking here, and it just adds so many things. Let's see what's it doing. It's just adding. Again, it's adding a ton of components. And seem a little redundant, but okay. Well, again, we'll just go along with it. Game state. Let's see the chat. All right, Grimjaw. I agree. I've done this before. Like I go to ChatGPT and just ask it, and then I kind of bring it here. Can you do that on Cursor, or do you just ask it? Like, what do you mean by that? All right. Seems like we're running something. Let's see. Oh, what's going on? It can't be the same one. Is it a rehacked error? Let me restart it. I'm ready for this prompt though. Let's see. It's still loading. We'll let it compile. Let me check the chat. Hey, we're figuring this out together. Don't worry. And you can do it. All right, let's see. You can do this. Please. Two pleases are better, in my opinion. All right, let's see. What's going on here? Oh, I see a loading. It's like a not rendering well. Let's see, but it's not giving me an error message. This is really weird. All right. This is next. Like, let's copy all this and let's do it. What is this? While that's cooking, let's check the beauty of life code. Yeah, this is exactly why we want to do it. I mean, we want to get you guys involved, see how much fun, not only fun we can have, but see what kind of comes out of this when we just totally, and also respect the AI, right? We got to say please. That's what I saw. Yeah, that's what I saw as well. That forget about this. Let's get out of this first. Yeah. All right, now we're uninstalling through. I think that came with I don't know if that was installed in that library. All right, let's see what's going on. So hold on, I saw a message earlier. Okay, so ChatGPT 4.0 or 03. Okay, I can see that. So how would you, Isidore, how would you do this? Like, you do it directly on Cursor, or do you go to chatgpt.com and then like copy and paste it? I'm assuming you could do it on Cursor if you have it like on ask mode, and it'll return the prompt. But curious to hear how you guys do it. Yeah, it seems like there's some weird like React dependency issue. I don't know if it has to do with the version of it, but again, we're trusting the LLM and Cursor to do this. Let's see if it can build this. Let's run npm run dev again. Os, any idea? Any other suggestions, Os? Os is like the master vibe coder here.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta brute force cursor and just keep spamming it.
Let's see. I knew it.
When in
Okay,
doubt,
we're still
opt out.
calling these, so we got to remove them. This is an easy one to tell to remove it. Let's see. So we just ran this. Oh, there's a lot of them.
We're close. We're close to getting a stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're close.
Yeah, we're getting there. I mean, the little glimpse that we saw, I even saw like a dinosaur emoji in there. So maybe that was that please we mentioned. It just like kind of made it a lot nicer. So React 18. All right, let's run with it. I think we just uninstalled this, but let's see. I might manually go in there if we're having more issues. Check the chat. Yeah, the thinking models are good. I mean, you guys use those. I mean, I don't know if they're worth the price, like especially for to max it out here. Yeah, in max mode. Not sure. All right, where did we leave off? Oh, I stopped it. That's right. All right, again, we just want to get to a working stable version. Let's see. I think it's compiling now. Again, guys, this is the chat. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see what we got here. Dinosaur, got space. We're in with our wallet. We're connected, so let's start this game and see. Whoa, these graphics are interesting. We're all the same size as the animations. It's that is a scary looking dinosaur, and it doesn't even jump that high. All right, we definitely got to improve this. But let's see if the functionality is working. Like if I disconnect, can I not play the game? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's working. Oh man, all right, I got to connect that later. Actually, I got to figure this out now. But it's fine. All right, so
Esteban,
obviously we got to.
what would you use for like designing, like if you were to like make the dinosaur look better, like what would you do?
Let's start a new chat for better results. Yeah, what is
Well, like I've for instance used like like 4.0, ChatGPT 4.0, it has like Dolly built into it now in like a better way. And sometimes like I don't know, like I've played around with like make create a dinosaur image for me in like a voxel style or something like that. I didn't know if you had like a different method for um designing characters or stuff like that.
Awesome. I'm all ears to whatever the chat says or what you think. Yeah, yeah. I'm not the best designer, so I'm sure we could get better ideas around here. Let's see. Checking the chat. Yeah, I told you, Graham, that we'll get to a working version. I mean, it's kind of uh, a weird looking dinosaur that doesn't jump as much, but we'll figure that out. Yep. Yeah, and again, Stefano, we're like purely relying. That's the whole purpose. Is we're relying on Cursor to figure this out, right? So even someone without like a technical background could literally just go in there, copy paste, and get some sort of working app, right? But the whole reason this is all working is because we got OnchainKit, right? Which kind of gives you all the tools. It's like this toolkit that you can leverage a ton of things that just could directly connect you on chain. All right, so let's keep going. Let's see. Like Cursor generate the prompt. All right, so Batman here, how would I do that? Like just like on the ask mode and just go from there? Maybe we should try that. Let's try that because I keep asking and I don't know. So let's try the ask and let's do this. Us, is this good? The dinosaur is kind of ugly.
That's harsh. You
All
might
right, let me
upset
be
it.
nicer. Should I be nice? Kind of. I don't know what other way to describe it.
Maybe in like a voxel style, because it's like you're using 3JS, so it's like a 3D library. So we wouldn't want it like flat. So yeah, like a voxel 3D dinosaur. Maybe we need to even be specific with the dinosaur. I personally like, pterodactyls or something like that.
I feel like that's harder because it's flying. Let's see what 3JS has. Maybe we
What's
could
the
be
big
specific.
dinosaur? Like just I don't know, make it a T-Rex. Make it like a T-Rex or something.
All right, fine. Weird. Yeah, T-Rex. That jumps high. Is that good? Well, let's say make me. I wonder if Claude 4 is good at prompting, but we'll figure this out. Make me a prompt that I could use here. Go with that. Again, let me check the chat while that's cooking up. It's a good question. Yeah, some crazy weird. uh, yeah, right. It's like I was like cursor within cursor within cursor. Whoa, this is a crazy prompt. Okay, bright alert eyes. Very curious to see what that looks like. Running pose. All right. This seems better than what we were typing up though, guys. So good call to to ask AI for the prompt, which I usually do, but I've never done it here on Cursor. I don't know why, but let's try it out. All right, guys, let's hope for the best.
That was a great suggestion. Sometimes when I build a project, like I'll ask ChatGPT to create like a PRD for me based on like my rough thoughts, and then I'll like save it as in like markdown format, and then I'll feed it into Cursor at the beginning of my project. So it kind of has context to my thinking before I even do.
That's good. Yeah, I wonder, Ellie, and if you guys like these kind of sessions, let us know. Like, I was kind of brainstorming and thinking of adding like some sort of like LLM like channel or something like that, just like vibe coding resources or like things like that, best practices on our Discord. So curious to hear if you guys want to see either more of this or like more of or specific resources to in order to succeed here. But let's see. It's loading up. I'm on agent mode. That's right. I switched it, so we should be good. While that's loading, let's check the chat. It should be able to read. Let me see. Add this to the chat. I think it should be able to read it. Oh man, I tried Claude Code earlier this morning, but maybe I'm using it wrong. Stefano, I wasn't a fan of it. I mean, it's just like you do everything from the terminal. You kind of don't see what files. Well, you kind of see what files it's looking over, but it's just kind of like hitting yes, like just enter all the time. I feel like Cursor's a little better because you go in there. It's an IDE, right? You could go in there, look at the specific file, and kind of see what's going on. So maybe I was using it wrong, but I was just kind of playing around with it. Oh, and on top of that, I think you have to buy credits as well. I don't think it comes with like a standard pro plan. I also tried, I think the OpenAI one is called Codex, I think. That one's pretty cool. Does the PRs for you and stuff like that. But still, I like looking at code and like manually going through it myself and not just relying on it on these LMs to do it. So I still like Cursor. Cursor is a good mix of both. I guess it depends on your style. All right, cool. Let's see if we get something running. Let's restart our npm run dev. Let's see how that goes. That description is a little scary. Let's see. Long, thick tail, tiny, comically small arms. If we get another box T-Rex, then I blame the chat because I tried. Let's see. All right. Check chat while it's loading. Yeah. Again, guys, any suggestions? Let's see how this dinosaur turns out. And if the game gets working, I was thinking we could make the dinosaur go to outer space or whatever, but that's if we have time. So let's see. The game should be running. Let's connect my wallet. Oh man, I ended up logging out. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. Oh man, you know what? Let's disable this for now because I don't want to stop sharing my screen. Well, I'll come back to it. Let me stop sharing and I'll come back. I promise, guys. Let me see. Just so I can connect my wallet. Let me go back. Awesome. Let me know in the keep monitoring the chat and let me know if anybody
I got
has
you.
anything. Sorry, just pulling this up. All right. Almost there, I promise.
Yeah, I think this
All right.
live session is super cool, Esteban. You're doing great, and yeah, it's a fun way for um our Discord community to kind of see like what's possible to do with our products.
All right, we should be back. All right, guys. So we just gave it a crazy long prompt that Cursor generated itself, and we're gonna start this game. We're logged in with our wallet. Let's see where this goes now. All right. I think it got worse. Whose suggestion was it to ask Cursor? Because yeah, I don't know. He's like, I think he's like blinking or like I don't know what he's doing. Is this supposed to be the tail? I don't know. All right, I need to check the chat. You guys need to save me here because this is something out of a nightmare. Chicken jockey. Yeah, it kind of looks like it a little bit. All right, let's try to let me see. I don't see any suggestions here. Okay. Let me honestly, we should switch it up. I think we're still good on time. So let's try to switch this up to a chicken jockey. I wonder if it figures that out. And then we'll go from there.
Oh boy, this is getting rowdy. Yeah, and I think we also
Well, you know what? Let's ask again because and awesome, Ellie. Let me know how we're doing on time. I think we're still good. We're still good. Cool. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I've never fully relied on Cursor. Right now, it's kind of scary, but oh yeah. There we go. I wonder if it even knows. Isn't chicken jockey like a new thing, or is it's just like it's super old and the movie brought it back? Which one is it? Oh no, I didn't know there was a jockey on there. All right. Because this is adding like new libraries and stuff that we don't need. Using 3J in our existing OnchainKit implementation. Well, actually, look, I'm gonna make it a lot more simple because that I don't know what that's gonna output, and I don't like what it gave. So let's change the game to endless to a chicken jockey. Let's run it, and let's link using 3JS, and let's link the docs here. All right, let's see what that does. Let me check the chat. Yeah, I just went back to it. No more asking. Well, did I? Let's see. Yeah, we're on agent mode. Let's transform T-Rex into a hilarious chicken jockey. Nice. So now, okay, it's not even changing the components. It's just making a new one. Let's see. Yeah, 3JS, you could get really creative with 3JS. I mean, the typical thing that people see is like these blocky looking, like Roblox looking characters, but you could get as creative as you want with it. All right, let's see. Batman here, reduce the size of the obstacle. You want me to copy this exactly, or you want me to? We're all turning into vibe coding majors right now. Let me know. Let's go back. All right, this thing is still building the chicken. Can I not even jump before? This is. Why does the dinosaur have legs? I don't know. All right, still loading. All right, now it's going kind of fast. Let's see. Anything new? Ryan the Pirate, did you join just now? To give you the, if you did, to give you the TLDR, the whole point of the session is to vibe code a on-chain game, right? So we're truly trusting the LLM here and Cursor to build this efficiently. We're trying to provide a resources, but we're also taking resources from you guys to see what we should add, what we should say, kind of have some fun and see what ends up happening. All right, still building. I hope you don't have to mount the jockey because then I just hope you start off with the chicken jockey, and it'll be a little better. But technically, guys, we do have a game. I mean, it's not the best game, but the game is like it's running, and I wouldn't even say fully functioning, but it's running. We got the score going. We're able to connect our wallet, and you guys could even set it up in a way like we recently released X402. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I'll give you guys a quick glimpse. With X402, you could essentially add the 402 protocol to specific pages. So you can protect the web page, and look at the example we have here. We could kind of pay now. These are testnet funds to access a specific web page, right? We go ahead and do our signature. It's an EIP 712 signature. We go in there, and now we could enjoy this super cool song. It's kind of loud, but it's a cool song. So you guys, the possibilities are endless in like what you could add here with our CDP tools, right? You can add this to accept payments. You can do all sorts of things. You can use our CDP wallets V2. You could create server wallets and do that. So going back to this, let's see. All right, I see a lot of updates. I don't want to start the game yet because we might break it. Let's see, it's still uploading the UI. But this one looks less scary than our previous one. The jockey, his glasses are just there in the air. We'll see what happens. Let's check. Yes, I agree. X402 is super cool. I highly recommend building with it. The docs are pretty pretty straightforward. And we also have, I'm gonna add it here actually. We have an X402 Discord channel, so you can kind of post your questions there if you get stuck. We also have a ton of people building a lot of cool things that they post on there. So highly recommend checking it out, building with it. Super simple to build with it. All right, let's go back. You know what? Let's start racing. This one jumps a little higher. This chicken's honestly a lot nicer. It's kind of facing the wrong direction. Oh, hey. Oh, all right. What do you guys think? I like Chicken Jockey as a service. Let's see. Any ideas on how to improve this? Any prompt? Okay, I like this. Isidore, I like this prompt. I'm not even gonna ask for an optimization. We're just gonna like kind of copy and paste this and see what happens. And we didn't say please, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh, so I agree. This looks a lot better so far. All right, let's do some calculations. Let's see. Awesome. Any recommendations here so far, or kind of so far so good?
I mean, so far so good. I mean, this kind of stuff is expected. I think we're still probably like, you know, a few years away before you can have an idea kind of like vague like this and have like Cursor or some other like AI IDE one shot it. You know, it's a lot of iteration and that's fine. They're pretty generous with their credit amounts as well per month. Um, but yeah, I think at this point, Isidore mentioned that, you know, the height of the jump should be more than the obstacle. There should be like wiggle room so you don't have to like time it perfectly. Um, but besides that, I think the basic game functionality is looking good. I don't know if we'll have enough time at this point to like integrate any type of like gated access or like, you know, pay per use or like something like that. But I mean, this is looking super good.
Yeah, it's good for like. Oh, go ahead, Ellie. That's true. You guys let us know if you want to see it. Okay, I'm jumping a lot higher. Okay, it's a little better. Oh man, it's like not jumping. It like speeds up. Okay, no. I just wonder. The cactus looks like it has like feet too. I don't know. Let's see. See a bunch of people typing. Go ahead. Ideally, guys, the app would look something like this. I built this using X402. Let me show you a quick example of like a quick 3JS app. Hopefully this didn't break and we're working. While that's loading, let me see. I think I have to sign. Let's try again. See, well, guess it's not working. That's the beauty of doing this live. But it was working right before this. Connect my wallet. Let me connect it again. All right, there we go. So this is kind of a quick plain game that I built. This is something you could also do with 3JS, and this one you would basically have to like dodge like the meteors or things like that. So this is another example of something we could build, guys. So we're kind of exploring with what we could do with this dinosaur game, but the possibilities are kind of endless, right? I built this one. This is another one I built in like 20 minutes just using Cursor and leveraging the 3JS library. So here, if you run into obstacles, game's over. Um, so that's why I was thinking we could incorporate something like that. But hey, you guys wanted to do the chicken jockey, or maybe that was just us. I don't know. All right, let's see. All right, Ellie, let me know how we're doing on time. I'm gonna keep trying out these prompts. All right, I'll hit both of these in there. Isidore and Batman. Let's see. Make the chicken java. Really plan. I love this compliment at the end. You're the best I know. You can do it. Okay, that's true. All right, Batman here's onto something. I just joined. Yeah, this is basically using the OnchainKit. So it comes out of the box ready to connect with the Coinbase wallet extension. I think you have the option to select if it's smart wallet or using another wallet. But uh, if you miss that, you basically go here. I'll add it in the chat, and you do a quick npm create onchain latest, and you're going to end up with a screen like this. So you have different flows and components you could take advantage of. You could like transact. You could kind of swap, pay, and you could leverage the wallet to like just connect the wallet. And all these are here on the side as well. There was a playground. Let me see if I can find it of different things you could do. Let's see, I'll look for an ad in the chat, but let me go ahead and give you guys this resource just in case you were wondering. All right, let's go back. Oh man, I never hit enter. All right, let's go ahead. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I know it's like fairly new, and there's a lot of interest there, and I think it's such a powerful use case and pretty simple to implement. So happy to do another session. We could do a quick X402 one. Who knows? Like we could do similar to my plane game, like require X402 to log into this chicken jockey game. I keep saying dinosaur game, but now it's the chicken jockey game. All right, let's see how that's going. This finish. All right, it's changing the physics. Let's see. What do you guys think? Is this going to work? All right, still loading. Claude 4 is a lot faster. Maybe I should have used the max mode and see what we go into maximum overdrive and then see what happens. Let's see. Okay. Again, guys, just trusting the whole point of this, still trusting Cursor to do all this. Technically, we got a game going. Still not working as we wanted to, but it's already on chain. Again, we could even leverage payments here, right? We could require, I don't know, $5 in USDC to access this page, right? Either with X402 or just sending that payment to another wallet. You could connect commerce to it. There's a ton of things you could add here that just out of the box work. Okay, it's adding the gameplay. I wish, you know what, this should be a little bigger. I don't know why it's just showing me like a piece of this. All right, is this a new one? Okay, please work. Yeah, I should like talk to it. Just say, please. The chat's waiting. All right, I'll grab this after. I don't think I added this one. Yes, yeah, this is basically, yeah, this is Cursor Flipbog. I think it's free to download. I don't know. I have the pro plan, but I don't know how it works when it's free. I don't know what the limits for prompting there is. Maybe someone could look that up.
I think for the paid plan, it's actually pretty generous. It's like I want to say like $20 a month. You get 500 um credits, and then even after you run out of credits, it just goes on to like slow mode, and you still can use the same LLMs. It just doesn't get prioritized in the same way. So it's like you can walk away from your computer, you know, grab a drink, eat some food, come back, and it might have something cool for you.
Nice. And I think there's a way to set it up that it, like, you know how it gives you sometimes like terminal prompts that you have to like continue. I wonder if there's a way to do it that you just give it like full range. I
YOLO.
think YOLO mode. There we go. That's they. I think they removed that though, because I think I saw something like that on Twitter that they removed it. All caps. Maybe we'll try that next. Let's see. What was that last prompt? I didn't even read it. Let's increase the height. Okay. All right. Let's see. This is it's still going at a pretty good pace. I'm curious. Let's just play now and see what happens. All right. It's jumping infinitely higher. I don't even know where it's going or where but it's in the middle of doing these changes. So, know what I ran into. Sky jump. Where are the obstacles? The issue is that like we're just jumping up and going straight down. It's not like jumping towards anything. So maybe see we just go back down. So any ideas here?
Um,
And also, why
I
is
mean,
this chicken like the size of a horse? Like the jockey looks so small. That's all right.
I think they actually look pretty decent compared to that like OG dinosaur that had legs. Like these look a lot better. Um, but at this point, yeah, it's just a matter of like fine tuning the physics. Um,
Yeah, the physics are a little nicer in this game.
and in case you
And
guys didn't know, one thing you can do too is you can just like it might not really understand what anything like looks like as far as like the character or what like the enemies look like, and you can just take a screenshot and drag it into cursor, and it adds like the image's context, and it might help actually.
that's true, actually. Like something we could do. I don't know if we're kind of running out of time here, but you could go through to the 3JS library and like this one looks like pretty cool like animations, and we could kind of just go in here and take a screenshot and grab this. Like this is looking, oh wow, this is really cool. So maybe I should have led with this and kind of took a screenshot of this and told the dinosaur to just look like this, right? So 3GS is just full of awesome examples like that. So actually, that's a great suggestion. Also, you could just go in there, find the style you like, kind of go ahead and take a screenshot and tell it to fix.
No, I
To,
meant
to
I meant
adjust
to
the
take a
target.
screenshot of your actual app that's running. Be like, hey, I don't like this. Improve it this way, or like XYZ, and just to take a screenshot of like your app, so
Oh yeah,
it knows what it looks like.
that's a good point. Yeah, it's true. Let's see back. All right, I know we have a couple of minutes left. The game isn't working entirely yet, but technically we could get this and host it on Vercel. So I say this is a win. But with these last couple of minutes remaining, do you guys have any suggestions on what we should add? Let me know how this is going. By the way, again, we could obviously go back to a more sophisticated, like, hey, this is best practice. Let's build something just from scratch, no cursor. But we figured again this would be an awesome way to just engage with you guys and see what we could build, even if you're not the best programmer or anything like that. But yeah, would love your feedback here. So, like, should we do this again? Any last minute prompt recommendations we should go ahead and add here? Let's see a lot of you typing. Nice. Yeah, I agree. Sweet. Yeah. Okay. Awesome feedback. Love to hear that, guys. All right. We should vote on this because okay, I think we only have time maybe for like 2 prompts. It seems like you guys want to do this again. Happy to do this again. Um, I'll let you guys vote. Let's see. Give me a plus emoji, like just from here. There's actually this dog emoji, the shaking doge. If which prompt I should pick. Any last minute prompts? I think we have time for like 2 more maybe. Um, that way we end this session and some sort of excitement. Maybe a working game. Who knows? So any ideas from you?
I mean,
Last
I don't
minute
know how much
prompt.
can be done in like 5 minutes, but uh, um,
Yeah, not a lot. I mean, maybe we could change the chicken jockey to no. Changing that is just gonna take too long. Sweet. Yeah, and I'm super glad that the audience likes this. Happy to do another one of these. And again, we don't even have to do OnchainKit. We can build something else. 3JS is such a cool library because like the possibilities are endless. You could build whatever kind of game. There's this cool game called Fall Guys that I know a couple friends that play, and that's another simple game you can easily build. And on top of that, these games could also be multiplayer, right? So like, let's say you guys want to have a leadership board that connects your base name or anything like that using OnchainKit. You could do that, right? You could have like a leadership board and like it could be multiplayer games. Like it's like you could have a chicken jockey race with someone else and it'll kind of prompt those things. So uh, super cool. Like we could kind of take this game and modify it, or we could build something else. Maybe we could incorporate OnchainKit and see what we could do there. Um, but yeah, would love to hear your suggestions. But yeah, I don't think we have a lot of time for the next one or to add another prompt. But yeah, I know OnchainKit's a popular one, so we could do another session similar to this where we're solely focusing on OnchainKit and maybe build something cool. And again, we go the direction you guys want us to go in. That's why I know this is like a weird unconventional session, but just want to make this as interactive as possible, right? Like maybe next time some of you can kind of come up here, chat with us, and see what we can do. So 2 hours, yeah, we could do 2 hours. I mean, I love this was a ton of fun, honestly. I haven't fully trusted a cursor like this yet, and actually we got a pretty decent result. So this was awesome. It's true, Austin. 1 more hour, we could. I honestly, maybe in 30 minutes, we could have like fixed the physics and got some good X402 gating in there, and who knows, possibly even host it. So if you guys want, you guys let me know in the chat. I could push this code to GitHub, and you guys can mess around with it. That way, like it works out of the box, and you guys could add some crazy stuff to it as well. Let me know if you guys want that. Totally understand if you don't. The chicken jockey is a little scary, so if you don't want it, it's all good. But yeah, certainly I could put it in a repo, and you guys could mess around with it, make it. If you improve it, that'll be awesome. You guys could put it here on Discord and show and tell. That'll be great. All right, cool. I got one. This is enough. Yeah, Flare Frog. I will go ahead and make a repo, and then I'll add it. I'll add it maybe in the general channel. I'll work with Ellie, and we'll notify you guys where it's living. Cool. Any last minute questions, guys? It seems like you guys want to do this again. It's awesome. We'll go ahead and definitely plan something like that. I'll work with Ellie. It seems like you guys want to see something with OnchainKit, but again, this has been awesome. I'll monitor the chat one more time. Let me stop sharing my screen. Let me go here. All right. Yeah, I see a lot of suggestions to modify the game. Sorry, guys, I'm just catching up here on the chat. And honestly, Austin and I were kind of talking about the idea of having a strictly vibe coding hackathon, like with CDP products, to see who builds like the coolest thing. You don't have to use Three.js; you can use whatever you want. But if that's something else you guys are interested in, maybe some sort of challenge like that, that'll be really cool to see. All right, cool. Isadora, hear you loud and clear. Maybe some sort of combination of OnchainKit and X402, and kind of see how we can leverage both of them and build something really cool. Cool. Yeah, definitely. That's a good suggestion. Perfect. I'll make sure to share the code, guys. I won't forget. Awesome. All right. I know we have 2 minutes left. If nothing else, we could kind of end it here. But again, this was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, providing these suggestions. It seems like we're going to do these again. So definitely come with some suggestions. We even focus on specific CDP products or building an idea you guys want. So yeah, would love to hear it. Maybe you could add in the feedback and suggestions, and we could go there. But it seems like the next one's going to be X402 and OnchainKit related. So yeah, it'll be awesome. It'll be great to build with you guys and see what we come out with. Sweet. Awesome. Any parting words?
No, just download Cursor, use our products, have fun, vibe code, build something cool, useful. It should be fun.
I love it. Yeah, this was a ton of fun, guys. Like as you can see, it wasn't losing my hair over these bugs. It seemed like Cursor was able to handle it pretty well. So yeah, super exciting. Thank you guys again for joining. This was awesome. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Stay based.
Bye, guys.